You have to adjust
I didn't think.
but there are
what I
probably
figured,
people that are
considering when I go
in the
by
state that can be vindictive,
the house.
and so you don't want them to just. Right, oh yeah, and they should. I agree,
Yeah, he. Several days.
When? No, Mark, today.
That's what I'm hearing.
Trinity, you can have his water bottle if you want, because he's not gonna be here.
They're.
Oh, no, we got.
1 to 5. Still like,
Believe me, she's gonna be talking all the time.
Wait, what's more?
No.
Don't pause too long.
They know.
Done.
They do.
We're off last
I
week.
told
Way to normally do.
Of course, I have meetings because
Spit it out.
I guess these
You
guys.
could just pass out copies.
I don't have copies.
I feed them, keep them in the yard.
I've got a-
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Lamb?
We're not really.
They're both
No,
dead.
it's turkey.
How many lamb are?
One was there standing right there by each other. But yeah, that's
Then you get out.
the trip was. See, he's missing the horn. And then
Maybe not now, it's.
this one's got the horn. And then the next one,
Well,
I
he's
can't hardly see it, but
down because,
it's going backwards.
what's his name?
Hey, I'm gonna get it.
I'm going. Yeah, sorry. Well, welcome to the board meeting, a little bit late. Any rise and join pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving right along. Roll call.
Anderson,
Brother.
Holstein,
Present.
Yaris,
Here.
Doobie,
Present.
Ravish present, Bedifer and Kuchar excused.
Okay, the weather's starting to change a little bit, so
How's time still?
bring out the weather.
I talked to his wife last week, and he was sitting up in the chair, trying to get some of the swelling down, and a little bit better.
Is that home?
No,
No?
it's not.
Let's see, any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda?
Sport.
You got motion support, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Community comments. Agenda. Anybody? None? Okay. To the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda, pay bills, $1,167,022.65.
Sport.
Motion support, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call?
Yaris,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Holstein,
Yes.
Ravish, yes, Doobie,
Yes.
5-0.
Communication.
Thank you, President Doobie. First, a little update on Count Day. The big thing with Count Day is, are we able to count all of our students? Are they here on time, or are they here for that day? And the information I wanted to pass along is that Central Elementary, all students were accounted for. High school, we have 5 students not accounted for. Middle school, 5. Linwood, only 1. And St. Mike's, 1 out of 71, which, we don't get all of the FTE for them anyway. But that's, pretty good. We still have some time to get them back in and get them counted. But I wanted to pass that along to you for the Count Day info. MIPSER's reduction.
So what were the counts? Up or down?
We have, compared to, we were like within 10. It's down like within 10 of it.
With those not counted?
Yeah. No, the overall.
Okay.
So we have to count
That's where
those.
you cover
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. Yep. The MIPSER's reduction, I've been talking about that for a few meetings. Just wanted to pass along to you that the law did go into effect. What it looks like for us this year is that districts are still required to collect the 3% from the staff members that that law has changed. The state has approved $180 million to go to the districts to then reimburse those employees for this year for them paying in. The problem is they don't know when they're sending it out, when we're going to get it, but at some point that's the plan. So I just want to get that out there in case there are staff members saying it's law, when do we stop paying? They do have to continue paying at this point, but we'll get that back. And then October of next year is when it's officially off of their pay. So it's a little weird, little goofy right now how there's different dates and times, but it will be changing. Principal Recognition Month. I wanted to thank Craig Barnt from the Pinconning Journal for the nice article on the front page recognizing our principals. Our principals are very valuable to our district and work very hard to put out fires daily and to keep everyone moving forward. So thank you to Ms. Jaime, Ms. Wisdala, Dr. Braun, Mr. Sanford, and Mr. Huber for all of their work for being our principals on this National Principal Month. So thank them for all of their hard work and for Mr. Barnt for that nice article. District improvements, the cross-country path. We did have our first race last week, small one with just Standish. It was nice to have that, so we found some things that need to be improved. We had a lot of dirt brought out there. We also talked to Gushaw's next door, their sand pit, and they're going to allow us to park in that field. There's like a clover field next to it. So a lot of good things are happening. We have the big Jack Pine Conference meet this Wednesday, and our custodians, our maintenance, and Mr. Penworthy and his team have been working very hard over the past week, and they feel confident that it's in a good spot right now. The rain really helped because it was a dust bowl last week when we had that. Soccer dugouts, the dugout tops were installed last week. The big crane put the cement dugouts or the tops on them, so those are completed. If you are at one of our football games, you might notice how tore up the field is. It looks really tore up, which a lot of fields do this time of year, but ours especially. I spoke to our True Green Lawn specialist who came out and looked at it, and he said one big issue is that we have a lot of grubs out there, and they're eating the roots, so anytime the guys run on it, it just tears up the grass. So he is going to spray for grubs. And I talked to someone who said that is probably the reason all the seagulls are constantly on the field, you know, walking around out there, because there's if there are grubs everywhere, and that's food for them. So hopefully it helps two things if we spray and get rid of them. Our student-based health center, we're 2 or 3 weeks away from the construction completion. Right now they are painting, and then we have some electrical to do and then flooring. And they're then moving everything in. So Ken Kerr said that he expects to be a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Then it will have to wait a little bit. We'll see when the Sterling-based Health Center has their staff in place. So we don't have any control over that of when they hire the people. They're working on that now. We did have a meeting before this meeting going through the forms and the things that we have to look at each year and approve. And they said that they do have people that they are interviewing or at least have applied for those positions. So we're excited to get that up and running. Mr. Rabish and I met with the Linwood Civic Improvement Club, the Linwood Youth Organization, Tawcolin Township, and former Park Board President to discuss the Linwood Park. The LCI, that's the Linwood Civic Improvement Club, they would like a 1-year contract and they would like to not be responsible for any of the expenditures for that park. We are talking with the Linwood Youth. They hold a golf outing now that they said some of that money can go towards that. It's $6,000 about yearly that they have in expenditures for cutting grass, for water, for electric, whatever else it may have been that they need. And previously, the Linwood Park did fundraisers like the fishing tournament or the pickle festival, and the Linwood Civic crew does not do that. So we're discussing it. I know we haven't talked a lot about it. I don't know if we want it to go to a committee to talk about, if we want to say we can give a little money for that. We did eliminate $3,000 of insurance for them last year. We took that away, and I checked and said we cover all of your structures, and you don't, because they had insurance $3,000 worth that they don't have to do anymore. So it was a good meeting, but it was, kind of it's yours, but we're saying it's your communities. We want you to do what you want with that and upgrade what you want. So I want to hear from the board, and like I said, if we need to go to a committee, or Mr. Rabish, if you had anything that you wanted to add, or if I missed anything.
My only thing was, I don't know if I want to spend money for the Linwood Park per se, because we don't do it for the Garfield, Mount Forest. And I don't know, I need some feedback on that.
How
Yeah.
much percentage of the park is used by the school? So let's break it down percentage wise. Are we using half of the amount of usage on there? So we should pay half? Because it does support Linwood School. Correct? Yes.
We use it,
Do you mind if
you
you?
could-
No, great.
Is that okay?
That's perfect.
So, and I can only speak, since I've been there, our gym teacher will use the closest ball field. I would say once or twice a month during the, nice weather. And then last May, we had our end of the year cookout over at the pavilion. And that is it. We haven't, used the park.
So it's a
Where
very
is this playground? Is that a joint
That's-
playground?
Nope, it's a school
It's actually a
playground.
that's
school.
our
Mhm. Yeah, the pavilion and tennis courts that they turn into pickleball courts as well, and then 2 fields.
Yeah.
Did they give you a number of how much it cost them last year?
Yeah, the 6,000 is what they said it cost, all their expenditures.
The whole thing.
Yes, for everything. And Linwood Youth was gonna look into some of it, and was part of the Linwood Youth for a long time, and I know those parents shouldn't be paying for that park, but they do use the ball fields and, the concession stand, so they were gonna look into what they could do as
Well,
well.
in the village of Linwood, is there a village committee in Linwood, or is no?
The Linwood Civic Improvement Club is about 12 people, I think they said, that they put the flags on the poles and they do the flowers along the road. That's their job, and they were handed the park. So
Isn't it part of Colin Township? It's
Maybe call Township.
it's part of Cawcolin Township, and he was there, and he was talking about all the stuff that they do at the Cawcolin Township Park. And I said, well, can you help here? And he's like, no, because that's your property. That's private property. We can't, as a township, we can't help private property. So,
We can lease it.
mhm. Yeah. So these are good things that I wanted us to discuss, to look into and look further into it.
Yeah. I'd say if they-
Like to leave
They'd
it?
be willing to.
That wasn't brought up there.
Mm-mm.
oh, no, not Colin, the other group wanted it for a year now. At a
Yeah.
time.
They want to lease. No, they don't want to lease it. They want us to maintain it. If you lease it, then you're
Yeah, they,
taking over.
We actually have leased it in that contract for $1 a year or something is what
They
we've
took
done.
care of it.
Yes, they took care of it fully.
No, they're not taking care of it.
They have. They just want help from us since it's our
Oh.
property.
maybe 83,000. They're looking for.
So they used to be 9.
It used to be 9.
Used
Yes.
to be 9.
Another 6.
We helped them 3 already.
So we had help.
Third.
And we use it for about, if we high estimate, maybe 30 days a year.
And it's a little portion of it. I mean, maybe
Right.
10% of it.
Right.
I mean, how many days a year do they use it? Because, they're not doing it, we do, say,
Summer ball, so
90
maybe.
days.
But that's not even the park. That's the Linwood Youth.
Oh, okay.
That's the youth organization that
Okay.
uses it. So,
It does 2. So then
so it doesn't have to be done now. We can table it. We can go to a committee. We can bring it back the next meeting after we have some time to think about it. And I can do some digging on this as well.
That's not something to change.
I don't think so.
Parks and
No.
Recs.
So I will do some digging, check on some of these things, and we'll get back to it on the next meeting. Okay. The lockout company, they completed our signage around the district, the interior and exterior, the doors, placards. They turned out very nice. I've heard a lot of nice things about it, and this is a quick 2-minute video that is for us. It's kind of, maybe it should have been before we received them, but at least it is a nice little walk through and show us what we have. So I want to Lydia to, yeah. I don't think we can turn the lights off. We're good.
Congratulations, Pinconning. Soon you will be able to lock down your building in seconds to keep students and staff secure. Our lockout company safety professionals have assessed your building to determine where new safety and security equipment will be placed. Accurate floor plan maps are an important part of your building's lockdown safety plan. We've added critical details to generate a complete and up-to-date map. On the zone map, your building is clearly labeled with the name and address, as well as the direction the building faces. The building will be divided into colored zones based off of locations of the nearest exits. These maps will label room numbers or names, as well as every exterior door. These zone maps will be posted at every door entrance and exit with "You Are Here" markers to help assist first responders. When law enforcement responds to an emergency, they depend on clear signage to navigate a building. The lack of visible entry point and room numbers will dramatically slow response times during an emergency. Large exterior placards and rapid response placards will be installed to clearly define rooms and entry and exit points around the building. The large exterior placards are visible from up to 145 yards away and make it easy for first responders to identify the correct entrance from parking lots and nearby roads. The rapid response placards have a strong, durable 3D design that is weather resistant. They are highly reflective to help first responders quickly and accurately identify where they are needed in a matter of seconds, even in low lighting conditions. These placards are color-coded and will correspond with the colored zone, so if entering a doorway with a green exterior placard, it will put you into the green zone with mounted rapid response placards above doorways. Soon, your building will be fully equipped with the life safety devices and technology. Your building has made a smart choice to help students and staff feel safe and supported.
So it talked through a few things that and that's kind of a video I'm sure that goes to everybody. I think at the end when it talks about something, they do have more that we could purchase with tablets that locks down the building and different things that we haven't purchased at this point. So in case you were wondering about that, that's what they're meaning. But you give a good overview of what we have. We do have the maps. We're going to put them up at the doors, the entrances, and it'll be nice. It's nice to have. So yes.
Noticed outside, we got an old number.
Yep, the work order's in to take them off. Yeah, because I think they just finished last week putting these up. So, yep, the work order's in to take them down, the old ones.
These ones here are getting.
No, that stays. No, those all are staying the same. We tried to have, I think the room numbers are all the same.
Okay.
It's the exterior doors that we really added a lot because before we only had the main entrances, and now we have every outside door has a number on it.
Okay, but not the classrooms like they showed there.
They have the triangle ones are on inside every throughout the hallway.
Okay.
Yep, with that nice
I
reflective.
noticed them here. I just didn't go enough.
Yep, those are there. So we're happy to have those up. The final thing was we had
Central too.
oh sorry. Yeah.
And
And Linwood and the Advancement Academy. Yep, they all have it. Yep. Neola update. Lydia and I seconded the Neola update today. And I would like to see what you would like to do because we have a couple options. We can have a policy committee and Lydia and I can go through it with them and then we can bring it to you, or we can just bring you the first reading at the next board meeting. There was very little decision. There was one choice on one thing to do we want to take this or not, dealing with some staff things. But very small, a lot of stuff. But most of it was just changes that we have to follow up anyway. We don't have a say in it. It's all law and things. So I don't think we need a policy committee for that when there's really no decisions to be made. And if it's okay with you, we'll just bring that first reading to the next board meeting and you can read it over. And after the second meeting, it'll be approved. So, okay, that's what I was thinking. That's what we'll do. Any questions? That's it for me. Thanks.
Okay, student rep, please introduce yourself and Wayne.
Hi, I'm Trinity Briggs. For student council, the fall vote drive will take place on Tuesday, October 29th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the school library. The Appointment slots are pretty much filled, except during student lunches, which we are always have a hard time filling those. Halloween in the hallways will take place on Thursday, October 31st, from 6 to 7 p.m. in the school hallways. This free event is a safe, dry, warm environment for trick-or-treating. The U of M MSU Challenge will take place October 21st through 25th, the week leading up to the big rivalry game. Students will donate money in the jar of their favorite team. The winning team will hear their fight song over the PA on Friday. Students wearing clothing matching the winning team will be released early to lunch. For the counseling office, Bella started work this week as a therapy/support dog at Pinconning Middle/High School. Bella's first day was Tuesday, October 8th. She started the week with only half days to help her adjust, but after 2 days, she graduated to full days. Her day usually starts with walking the hallway before school to greet students and staff to say good morning. She has been in several counseling sessions in Mrs. Moran's office already this week, helping to calm students. She has also helped Mrs. Moran supervise the Gaga Ball pit during the middle school lunches. Overall, Bella is settling into her new role, and she looks forward to coming to school every day to spend time with the students. It is very clear that the students have responded to her in an equally big way, and Mrs. Moran is so grateful to the administrators, school board, and parents for their support in making Bella's presence possible. Hands-on government. The members of the AP Government class, along with other social studies classes, will be welcoming Pinconning City Manager Rebecca Larkin into the school on October 24th. Mrs. Larkin will explain the local election process to the students and give them the opportunity to participate in a mock election. Band. The middle school and high school bands had a successful fall band concert yesterday, October 13th. Accommodations will need to be made for future concerts as the high school band has quickly outgrown the space on the stage. Current plans include moving the concert location to the high school or utilizing the stage extensions to make sure that all students can fit and be seen on the stage. The 30th Annual Band Bazaar will take place this Saturday, October 19th, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the middle school gym and surrounding hallways. 5 students will be auditioning for All-State Band this weekend in Algray. If selected, these students will perform in Grand Rapids at the Michigan Music Conference in January as a part of an ensemble made up of the top student instrumentalists in the state. Trinity Briggs, that's me, Sage Ernst, Megan Kaka, Ava Suidalski, and Maria Harrow will be representing Pinconning in auditions this week. Ms. Corky is in the process of completing an inventory of all the school-owned instruments and relevant equipment in the band room. With how much the band has grown in the last 2 years alone, and with projected growth the next 3 years, showing the band nearly doubled again, there will be a need for more instruments to accommodate everyone in the program. Specific needs include tubas, marching in concert, at least one more mellophone, and replacing some of the older percussion equipment. Middle School Student Council. Middle School Student Council will be sponsoring a Spirit Week for the middle school students October 28th through November 1st with dress-up day themes each day. Fall Senior Nights. As the end of fall sports season approaches, Pinconning will be celebrating our seniors on the following dates and times. Volleyball will be Wednesday, October 16th at 7. Football, cheerleading, and dance will be Friday, October 18th at 7 p.m. And marching band will be Friday, October 25th at 6:45 p.m. SVSU visit. Last Friday, 10th grade students had the opportunity to attend My Career Quest on the campus of Saginaw Valley State University. Students were able to engage with professionals and participate in activities that showcase various high-growth occupations and open their eyes to opportunities for great careers in our region. Soccer. The boys varsity soccer team faced Alma in district play last Wednesday. They lost 5-0, bringing their season to a close. Girls volleyball. Last played at Beaverton on October 9th. Lost 3 sets to Beaverton, 16-25, 15-25, and 17-25. The girls play at Standish Sterling this evening at 7 p.m. Girls Golf had their regional tournament on October 7th at Tawas. The team overall score was 477. Madison Bersano finished with a score of 106 for the tournament. Sarah Yaros finished with 125. Claire Charbonneau finished with 113. Eleanor Betcher finished with 133. And Ava Suidalski finished with 144. Cross country ran in the Bay County. Dane Ivy finished on the second team all-county team with a time of 19:55.8. Ashton Ciso finished with a time of 24:15.1. For girls cross country runners, Kat Hedge finished with a time of 27:39.4. Maddie Grigorchek finished with a time of 29:45.8, and Marissa Whitcup finished with a time of 33:3.9. Pinconning is hosting the Jack Pine Cross Country Finals at Mount Forest at 4 p.m. on October 16th. And last but not least, football. They played on October 11th against Beaverton. Our boys won 39-20. Our next game will be a crossover game at home against Claire at 7 p.m. on Friday. That's all I got.
Is marching band growing too?
Yeah, that's the whole,
The whole thing?
it's all one now. The high school is all one.
You got any uniforms too? I know we bought them. Years ago? No. When's the last time we bought equipment? A little bit every year. Okay. Administrators.
Appreciation month there.
No,
She's done everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I will. Yay.
Yeah, she'll show you guys.
I do. Come on, Alexa. We Yes. I have a lot of really good stuff. So we're back to doing students of the month, and so I thought it would be great for me to include the middle school students of the month. So this would be for the month of September. They're announced in October, and they're featured on our social media page, but I thought it would be great to introduce them to you guys too. So this is Jacoby Coco. He's a 7th grader. He's our 7th grade student of the month. He was nominated by Mr. Frank, who's a brand new teacher. He's your ELA teacher, right? And I just wanted to read what his nomination said. Mr. Frank said, Jacoby comes to school every day with a smile on his face. He always works hard in class and goes above and beyond what his assignment expectations are. And I can attest to that also. He's always a smiling face in the hallway, says hi to me whenever we pass. And he's just a kid full of joy. So thanks, Jacoby, for being awesome. And for being your face. Our 6th grade student of the month was Sophia Sapersky. They're going to try to see that they're not. Sophia is a very conscious student. She was nominated by Madison Wright, her PE teacher. She participates in class, does her work, and is helpful to everyone. She helps in the classroom without being asked and is just all around a great student. I can also attest to that. 8th grade student of the month and overall student of the month is Ethan Hunt. He was nominated by Clint Horton. And Clint said, Ethan works hard in class and participates. He is respectful to me and other students. He is a great student to have in class. So overall, it basically goes out to all of the staff, and they look at all of the 3 students of the month that have been nominated and choose like the overall student of the month. So Pride Matrix is still going strong. It's really picking up momentum right now. Again, Pride stands for being prepared, respectful, having integrity, being dependable, and being engaged. We share points of pride each morning during the middle school announcements in the morning, where I pick and read a pride ticket that's been turned in by a staff member. Pride tickets can be given by any staff member who sees a student demonstrating any of those aspects of pride, or showing Spartan pride. And then every Friday we draw 2 ticket winners per grade level, so 6 total, and they get to come down, have their picture taken, and they get a selection of prizes that they get to take home. Our Okay to Say presentation was earlier in September, went really great. It talks about seeing or hearing anything that might threaten school safety, and encourages students to report it in a confidential way. We just talk about specifically how they can do that, and if you walk around the school, you see the posters everywhere. October 4th, we had our Before Foundation Assembly. That assembly was given by Terry Hesbrook. He's the AP/AD over at Ithaca Middle High, was the father of Brady Hesbrook, who died by suicide in January of 2023.
So he just kind of shares his story leading up to it, encourages kids to do some great things, to kind of look out for each other. But the content covers mental illness, anxiety, depression, and suicide prevention. Pam Yanofsky and Christy Moran are also going to be reaching out and starting peer mentoring with our middle school students as well. So that will be starting soon. Our therapy dog Bella is making a huge difference, and I just wanted to share what one parent emailed me at the end of last week. With her permission, she says, "Good evening, I wanted to share something from this evening. When I got home, I asked my middle schooler how today was. Typically, he just tells me good, and that's all I get. Tonight, he said it was great. Then he added that it's been great since Monday. I asked why it got great after Monday, and he just said Bella. He also added that this is the best thing the school's ever done. Even my sophomore, who only ever texts me to tell me to pick up pizza once in a while, had to text me this afternoon and tell me he got to pet the dog today. Isn't it amazing how much of an impact one dog can have? This was a fabulous idea. Please tell Bella she is a very good girl for us." Mrs. Moran also has taken it upon herself to start taking a group of middle schoolers outside during each middle school lunch to play Gaga Ball Pit, which is really important to have it like closely supervised. And that's been working really well for the students. And then we have also finished our safety posters, which we've been working on for the last year. So I'll just pass them out to you guys if you want to. These will be going up in classrooms and spaces around the district by the end of this week.
Tiffany,
Yes.
Mr. Doobie wants you to explain what
I knew you guys told me.
Gaga Ball is, or
At one time.
Okay, so there's a ball. It's like a kickball. There any number of kids can play. Ethan, do you want to explain it?
So basically, Gaga Ball is you throw the ball in the air. They say like Gaga Ball, and then it can't touch your feet or you're out. You can only hit it with your hands, and if you can hit it, but if it doesn't touch the wall, you can't hit it again or you're out. But if it touches the wall, you can hit it again.
You might see the
And so
wood
it's like
octagons, like around the
At
district
the
now.
band room, there's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Yep.
I actually
So they
live
stand
in the
inside the
Bella
pit.
area.
They stand inside the pit, kind of on the edges of it. And then
hit the
once
ball
they
with
get
the hand.
hit, they have to get out.
Yep, it's like a tag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be hard to. I'm used to
Yeah,
that.
that's fun.
Yeah, they love it. And then parent-teacher conferences for middle and high are this Thursday evening in the high school gym from 4 to 7.
I'd like to thank them for coming out, taking a part of their evening out tonight to come let us recognize you.
Yep.
Thanks, Dad, for bringing them.
Somebody else? Okay, public comments. Anybody?
Yes, put this aside, I'm Craig from the Pinconning and Linwood Area Chamber of Commerce. As you may have seen around town, we recently had our third or fourth annual lamppost decorating contest. See some really neat creative stuff, and we did the awards at our pumpkin festival on Sunday, and the Pinconning Area School District won first place. For their-
Yes.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh, that's so cute.
Awesome.
So cute. Our theme was what Pinconning, what fall looked like at Pinconning School. So we had football helmets, some football, volleyball. We had a cross country jersey,
On a
piece of
skeleton.
band equipment on a
Yeah,
skeleton.
the band equipment that they're inventorying, part of it's out
Yeah.
right now, but I'm assuming that's an old.
It-
Yeah, very
Yeah.
well. Yeah, very was very done.
But yeah, we, as a chamber, we appreciate you participating, and as always, appreciate all your help that you give the chamber, and really glad that we could get a lot of people involved in that. That's been one of those real easy things for us to do, and you know, it really has an impact around town. We get a lot of comments on it. So thank you for participating.
Anybody else? Board, any discussion?
Oh, it wasn't mentioned, we have pizza in the back for Principal Appreciation Month. We're gonna grab the pizza on the way out. That's our way of saying thank you. Appreciate everything.
Not, the only business we have is a closed session. That would conclude our general meeting.
Motion to go into closed session.
And a motion and support to go into closed session. All those in favor?
Uh,
Opposed? Okay. We're gonna go into closed session now.